Alright class, our question for today. We've been talking about our 5 sense organs and how they're connected to the nervous system. So we want to think about the nervous system and what messages our senses are sending to our brain. What foods make us salivate more? So who thinks they know what the word salivate means?
It's probably food that makes you produce more saliva.
Yeah, more saliva. So the way we're going to do this is we are going to weigh cotton balls that have been in our mouth after we see food. So who thinks they have a hypothesis and an if, then, because statement? John.
If we smell foods that we like, then we will salivate more because we like them and it'll make us hungry.
I'm thinking maybe our 5 senses salivate no matter what. No matter if we don't like the food, maybe it makes us salivate more if we don't like the food.
Okay, so it sounds like you disagree. Maybe Jonna thinks that the cotton balls will weigh more if we like the food. You think it might not matter, it's just our senses are salivating no matter what, as long as we see food. Our independent variable, what are we changing?
The type of food.
We're using a scale to measure it.
We're measuring the amounts of saliva we produce.
And the control variables, how do we keep this a fair test?
Same cotton balls.
The same cotton balls, the same brand.
The same person.
Yeah, the same person too. That's the 2 big ones. Grab a cotton ball, weigh it, and once you have the number, go ahead and write it by your name. Notice they all weigh about the same, which makes sense. We're gonna have the leftovers from lunch. Put the cotton ball in your cheek right now. You can just let it sit there, let it get a baseline of the saliva. Now let's gather around and waft the smell. Take it in with your eyes and your nose. Go ahead and weigh your cotton balls. So here's another cotton ball. We don't need to weigh it again. So go ahead and swallow any saliva you have and reset your mouth for the next test. Baseline saliva. Keep those eyes closed. Waft it towards your nose. Big sniff. Go ahead and weigh your cotton balls. There you go.
I'm a healthy person, so I don't like pictures.
We talked about our variables and set up our experiment. Now we've collected our data. The next step is we need to make a conclusion.
I think Markayla's really confirms my hypothesis because she doesn't really like sardines. Left the pasta that much. So she didn't salivate as much as the cake, and she really likes cake, so she salivated a lot more.
Shafir, your hypothesis was if we are presented with foods we like or dislike, then we will salivate the same amount because our taste buds and our 5 senses will salivate and communicate with our brain no matter what.
Each of us got near 1 point or over 1 point. Cake, of course everybody likes cake, so of course everybody gonna salivate no matter what. So I think all this proves my point.
Shafir proved the point that even though all of our answers were different, they still were close to one point or over 1 point.
Science is delicious. This is delicious too.